Hello Taurus, and welcome to this little corner of the internet that is Wild Fox Alchemy. If we haven't met before, my name is Maria Gaian. I am an intuitive business success coach and tarot card reader amongst other things, and I'm here today to do your monthly reading for November. Oh, goodness me. How's your year been, Taurus? Let me know in the comments. Is this a year, everybody wanted to see the back of 2020, didn't they? Do you want to see the back of 2021? Has it been an improvement, or has it been worse? Or is it about on a par? Let me know. I'd love to know, because I think for me, it's been one of those years where it's improved slightly, but not perhaps as fast as I wanted it to. I felt like progress has been slow. I think, I was looking back in my diary and looking at the beginning of 2020 and seeing where I'd written in my diary that I was pausing my ecotherapy sessions, hopefully just for a couple of months till this pandemic thing was over. And then I look back on it and I think, oh my God, how naive I was. I thought they would stamp it out and eradicate it as quickly as anything, and it just was out of control. So it had quite an effect on my business in 2020. I closed my clinic and I started this new business probably about 3 months ago, actually, maybe June time. June time, May, June time. Yeah, it's been kind of slow, this, I think. I think I felt a bit impatient at times, but I've been relatively happy. I don't feel like I need to rush towards the end of 2021. But how's it been for you, Taurus? Do you feel like you want it over and you just want a fresh start in 2022 in the hope that, things will be better? Let me know. I'd love to know. So let's get cracking with this reading and see what we've got in store for November. We start with Turkey Spirit. Give with gratitude and grace. Now, I am going to read Colette Baron Reid's book on this one, because as I recall, it's got a really lovely message, and I'll probably get it wrong if I try and put it in my own words here. So let's just go for it. Turkey Spirit's message for you is that you always have the potential for manifesting a rich reality, for the turkey represents generosity and a celebration of abundance through giving to others. Give freely without expectation and you shall receive, for the manifestation of abundance is happening right now. Align with it by sharing your good fortune with others, whether you give money, loving guidance, the gift of listening, or kindness in any form. Immerse yourself in the flow of generous abundance, being a channel for Turkey Spirit and the desire of Spirit to see all beings experience the blessing of plenty. Give with gratitude and grace from a wellspring of love and compassion, knowing that Spirit will respond by giving you all that you need in this moment and all moments to come. I guess with Thanksgiving this month, that's not a bad card to have. It is all about giving. Giving with gratitude. Being thankful for what you have and sharing what you have with others. Now, this is your finance reading here. So how does that fit with your finances this month, Taurus? Well, I would say that this is about counting your blessings, really. Figuring out what it is that you have that you could share with other people. Maybe, as a celebration for Thanksgiving, you could give away some freebies. Maybe some real big discounts for Cyber Monday and Black Friday. Maybe you could offer a scholarship to something, a course or something that you offer. Maybe you could have a giant giveaway and give away some stuff that would make a difference to other people. The key to this is to do it without expectation. And that's really hard. In business, it's hard, isn't it? Because everything that we do is a strategy to bring more clients in, to bring more customers in, to bring more money in, isn't it? So, we give things away on our website, samples away in our shops or whatever. It's about giving people a taste of what it is that we offer so that hopefully they will come back and buy from us. There is always an expectation. If we're giving honey samples away at the farmer's market, it's because we want people to buy the honey. But this is a reminder that sometimes we can give just in the spirit of giving without expectation. But quite often, if we can give without that expectation, you'd be surprised what you receive. The law of attraction, the law of karma, the law of abundance, it's all about giving and receiving in equal measure. The only thing that I would say is just be careful that you're not giving too much away. Sometimes as women we have a tendency to undervalue ourselves and undervalue our products and services because, well, as women we're not really raised to sell things. You know, old white men don't have any problem selling things, I promise you that now. They don't. They'll overvalue things, they'll put a price on something, and they don't get hurt or upset if somebody says no. Whereas as women, we're a little bit different. We seem to tie in our products and services with our personality, with who we are, and we get very hurt if somebody says no to us. We can get very demoralised. So I'm just saying, just be careful that this isn't an excuse to just give away the farm in the name of generosity. Because, you know, we're here to become wealthy women so that we can change the world. Not to give the farm away while we live in poverty. Okay? So just bear that in mind. But whatever you give, make sure you can afford to give it, and it's not going to cause issues for you or your family. But just give it for the sake of giving. And you've got so many excuses this month with Thanksgiving, and, you know, you've got Black Friday and Cyber Monday. You could do special offers. You could do all sorts of different things. Have a think about it. Where you need to focus your energy is the Ten of Shells, blessings and well-being. That's an interesting card in line with this one, isn't it? Because, you know, we're talking about blessings and giving, counting your blessings and giving based on, you know, the wonderful things that you have yourself. This is all about experiencing abundance here, but enjoying life, embracing happiness, celebrating things with your loved ones. Actually, this again is a card about sharing the abundance that you have with other people. I mean, at this time of year, it couldn't be more apt, really, could it? It's a lot about dreams coming true financially and you being able to share your blessings with other people. That's so fascinating, isn't it? Because it's very, very similar energy to this Turkey Spirit card. Your strengths and the positives. We've got the Star there. Peace and healing. She's all about you focusing on the future. Of optimism, of inspiration, of having a vision for where you're going to go from here. There's a lot of philanthropy, I feel, in this reading so far, Taurus. This reading is indicating to me that you are in a position where you are better off than a lot of people, and that you can give to those people who are in a position where they need your help. And that could be a free chat, it could be some sort of massive discount, it could be a scholarship, I don't know what that is, whatever fits with your business really. But it just feels like there's a lot of abundance around you because you're being told to count your blessings, to share this abundance with family and friends and the people that mean something to you. This card is about you focusing now on the future and how you move on from this particular point. This achieving your highest potential, really. You're getting there, Taurus, financially. I feel like this is a sign that you are getting there and that you shouldn't be tempted to worry about how long it's going to last, but share it a bit. Don't give away the farm. Don't just blow it all, but at least do celebrate your achievements, your financial achievements, Taurus. I think it matters. Possible blocks, Ten of Acorns, responsibility and dedication. This is a funny old card. He is all about feeling very responsible, feeling a little bit overloaded, perhaps doing a little bit too much. Now, in line with the rest of this, I'm being guided to tell you that there are limits to how much you should be giving and doing for other people. Don't give so much away that you end up absolutely worn out by it. Don't do that. Don't end up feeling like it's a burden, that you've given all this stuff away for free, or that, you know, these celebrations, maybe you plan a get together or something like that, and then you just feel like it's a massive, you've done it out of duty. You didn't really want to do it. Do the things that give you joy, and I'm being guided to look at well-being. Look at the things that bring you joy, that make you feel good. There's a big turnaround here, I feel, for you. Let's see what the outcome is. Oh, the outcome is transformation, transition and liberation. It's the Death card in other decks, and a lot of people are like, oh no. But change is inevitable. This is a card that talks about liberation. It's not about you feeling bound to anything anymore. By letting go of what it is that you feel duty bound to do, you will feel this freedom, I feel. But there's a little bit of healing that needs to go on with this money situation, I feel, Taurus, and I don't know what it is. Let's have a look. I'm going to clarify the Ten of Shells there. And I've got the Queen of Pentacles. She stands for comfort and prosperity. She's nurturing. She's like a working mom who contributes to her family. She's very calm. She's very grounded. It's very sort of similar energy, I feel, where this pelican is counting the blessings and feeling really quite good about themselves. This is what I think you need to be focusing on. There is prosperity here for you this month, Taurus, if you focus on it. But don't focus so much on the getting. Focus a little bit more on the giving. Let's see what we've got for this Star card. That is your strengths. Oops. I've got the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is about seeing eye to eye with other people, emotional connections, a partnership, feeling harmony with other people. I feel like this could be your clients, that you've been attracting a lot of people that see eye to eye with you and that want to buy from you and that want to take part in what you do. I'm wondering actually if this Star card here is representative of you healing other people, rejuvenating other people, making other people feel better, making other people feel optimistic, making them feel like they can recover from whatever it is. You know, they've got a renewed sense of optimism. Yeah, I'm starting to feel like that's the case here, that this card is clarifying this by saying, yes, other people are drawn to you because you make them feel better, and that is your strength. You are helping people heal in some way. But then we've got this blockage of there's a tendency to overwork, to take too much on as a sense of duty and dedication, and that perhaps that's a bad idea. That maybe, you know, interestingly, I've got the Star there to clarify that. The blockage here is that in healing other people, you could be failing to take care of yourself. And so that's a reminder to you to not do too much, to not chase the money so much that you end up in need of healing and regeneration, Taurus. You know, we all want the money, we all want the success. We've probably got lots of things planned for next year. There's Christmas and New Year and all that sort of stuff. Maybe you're planning on going away on holiday or whatever, and you're thinking, well, you know, I'd like lots of money to be able to do that. Don't burden yourself with too much here. Be mindful of how much you give away, because you could give too much away at the detriment of your own self. This is about your self-care here. Don't burn yourself out chasing all this money. And then I think at the end we've got this transformation. I think if you follow the energies of these cards, you prioritize your self-care, and you make sure that you are generous, but not to a fault. You give with grace. There's this transformation, this transition into something quite different. Your business will move forward to another level. And then I've got the Four of Wands there, which is about comfort again, and community, prosperity and achievement. I feel like there's you surrounding yourself with other people, sharing things with other people, and I think that could be a community of people that you help. It could be you sharing your abundance and prosperity with family members and friends by either, you know, throwing some sort of big party to celebrate, or by helping them in some way. It could be you've got some great ideas for Christmas gifts or Thanksgiving gifts or whatever that you know would make their day. but just be careful that it doesn't turn into a burden for you. Make sure before you start giving things away that you are in a position to afford it and do it. And don't give so much away that it's detrimental to you and your family. I hope that makes sense. If you take care of yourself and you're mindful of your own well-being, then this transformation and prosperity awaits. By giving, I think you're going to get a lot in return. But don't give with expectation, which sounds so ridiculous, and it's so hard to do. When I'm saying to you, you know, you're going to get things back for giving. And then I'm saying, well, don't give with expectation. But, you know. Now we get into general business reading, which is, this card is from the Magic of You Oracle. It's card number 16, Merak. Embrace oneness with the universe. Now, I sat and shuffled. I normally do a Work Your Light card. Losing my voice now. From Rebecca Campbell. And for whatever reason, I sat and I shuffled and I shuffled and I shuffled, and I started to get this feeling that nothing was ever going to come out. And Spirit kept drawing me back to this particular deck, so that's what I've picked. This card, I'm going to read the description on this one as well, this Oracle card. It says, are you rushing through life, trying to achieve and acquire? When Merak appears, it's time to take a deep breath and slow down. Consider there are simple, small, happy things around you, to which you are blind, whilst you fixate on and desire larger goals and larger expectations that are making you feel increasingly cut off, frustrated or despondent. The girl of Merak has stepped away from her desk, out of the kitchen, away from others' expectations. She has chosen to walk, not drive. She treads slowly in order to fully sense and notice the little things around her. Her heart lifts with a great sense of happiness. At her feet spring luscious berries and sweet-scented flowers. The world around her swells with pleasure as it senses itself being noticed and appreciated. It is time to step lightly in the world and be grateful for what you have. Notice the small things. The answers you seek reside in the small achievements and enjoyments of each day, and in your willingness to be one with the universe. Know that your role and place in the world is just as essential as anyone and anything else's. Sometimes I do these spreads. I do the money spread at the top and the business spread at the bottom. And sometimes they feel quite separate. And then sometimes they are deeply interconnected. You can't really have one without the other. And I feel in this case that this is deeply connected. This, again, brings us back to this giving with gratitude and grace. It's back to counting blessings, appreciating all the little things that we have. And again, not overburdening ourselves with chasing the financial aspects, but actually enjoying the journey of this business while you're at it. That, you know, it isn't all about just accumulating piles and piles of money. It's about feeling happy and joyful and fulfilled as you run this business. It's meaningful. So it's about appreciating the small things. And again, in doing so, discovering what you can give back to others. Strengths. The King of Shells, harmony and integrity. This is a guy who trusts in himself. He's quite a visionary person. He kind of balances his emotions and tries to stay in harmony no matter what is going on around him. He likes things to be harmonious. He likes to be in integrity. It's a reminder to stay focused on what you want whilst remaining in integrity and in alignment with your own values and your own vision for where you want your business to be. Sometimes he can represent another person coming in, but I think this is you. And I think you need to focus your energy now on what matters to you. There's a distinct feeling of transformation here in this reading that I'm getting, Taurus. A feeling that your values may be changing slightly. That perhaps before your values have just been about the cold hard cash, but now it's not really about that. It's about the cold hard cash and it having some sort of purpose, rather than just to buy nice handbags or whatever. I think you have very strong values, and you need to be sure that your business is in alignment with those. And I think taking notice of the small things that bring you pleasure and joy is a key to this. So embracing this oneness with the universe will guide you towards what actually brings you happiness and fulfillment. And again, with this financial spread, I still feel like it's all about sharing. It's all about spreading the goodness around. It's not about you gathering money up and then saving it all for a rainy day and never really doing any good with it. I feel like you do a lot of good in your business. Let's see what your strengths are. Your strengths are the Nine of Feathers, perspective and self-empowerment. This is a great card. It's a card of being protective of yourself here. And again, we've got this Star card where we talk about healing people, your strength being in healing people. This is about you protecting yourself and not allowing anybody to harm you in any way, or to, I don't know, I'm trying to figure out how to kind of put that together. There's a feeling here that you are finally putting into perspective what it is you want from your business. I think maybe your reasons for starting your business may not be the reasons that you have now for continuing to run it. Your strength is here, this feeling of self-empowerment you have. These, you look at the porcupine there. Porcupine has these strong quills that don't let anything in. They don't let anybody wound them. No criticism. And if anybody tries to attack, then they'll fire those quills. Now, they don't fire them willy-nilly. They do like to wait and see if they're truly threatened. But it's about not putting up with any nonsense from anyone. But I do feel like the perspective of your business is changing, Taurus. I think maybe you started out with a particular idea of what you wanted to do and what you wanted to achieve. And over time now, it's changing. Possible obstacles, we've got the Emperor, focus and stability. Now, he's a great card when he is not in the obstacle position. This is you perhaps feeling a little bit out of control. I feel it's tied in with this. I feel like you're focusing too much on the giving so that it turns into some sort of responsibility and you don't feel good about it anymore. There is a possibility that you won't feel good about it anymore. That it would be very easy for you to give so much that everything feels out of control. And that you then go, what the hell have I done? I gave away X amount of products and now I've realised I've just lost tons of money and I've had nothing back in return, and therefore, I shouldn't have given that number of things away. I should have only have given away what I could manage. Just be aware of that. Just be aware that you need to be careful not to let things get out of control. You need stability and you need self-discipline as well. And the outcome is the Three of Acorns, foresight and exploration. This is about you watching your ships come in, making your plans happen, exploring what's going to come next and how you can make all this stuff happen. It can be about having the confidence as well. It's representative of having some confidence to make things happen. I'm going to clarify again some of these cards. I think this is fairly self-explanatory, that you need to be grateful for the small things, to not lose sight of the small things in your quest to achieve massive goals. The King of Shells, I feel, is very much self-explanatory, that you need to make sure that your business is in alignment and in integrity with who you are, and is in harmony with who you are and your beliefs and what you want from your business. And I do think this being at one with with nature and the universe will help you to understand what makes you happy. We've got this Nine of Feathers as a strength there, which is you seeing your business from a new perspective. You feeling quite self-empowered, I think, and able to stand up for yourself and protect yourself from things that perhaps have bothered you before, where maybe maybe you've let a few things trip you up. You're not going to do that anymore. You feel self-empowered. You've seen the light at the end of the tunnel now, and you're ready and raring to go. But you've got this blockage here, this possibility that you're going to lack a bit of self-discipline in actually pushing forward with this stuff. You're going to feel like you lack a bit of stability. There could be this lack of boundaries, which fits in with this. I feel like you could get it. What I'm getting is that you could feel like you're getting carried away and giving away so many things that it just becomes a mess. There have got to be boundaries around your business and what you give away for free, and what you're willing to charge for. There's nothing worse than doing something for free over and over and over and over and getting nothing in return, and you just being absolutely knackered every day from the amount of energy that you're putting in. And I do wonder if you have this urge to help people, you have this nurturing nature, and you want to give, you actually do want to give and share your good fortune with people. But there are limits to how much you should give away, Taurus. I hope that's making sense. We've got this foresight and exploration there, which for me is about you actually exploring how to make your plans happen and having the confidence. But that, for me, it's a bit open, and I don't really understand. But for me that card feels quite open, so I thought I would clarify it. And we've got the World card, which is about celebrating goals achieved, completing things, coming full circle, feeling very fulfilled. I think you need to make some plans here. I think before you start giving away stuff, you need to be sure about what you're giving and what it takes for you to give that stuff away. Don't be just giving of yourself all the time, because it starts to lead to a lack of stability and burnout, a necessity to heal yourself because you've taken so much on and you feel duty bound. And I think that is something that happens to us as women in business, because, we have so many responsibilities, like it or not. Some of us are very lucky and we have men around that will carry a bit of the responsibilities and duties. Some of us aren't. Some of us are in this alone. Some of us are single moms trying to run a business, trying to look after kids, trying to fulfill obligations at school, trying to keep a house nice, trying to make ends meet, and at the same time undervalue ourselves so much that we just feel obliged to give everything away for a ridiculous price. But then all that happens is that we become completely duty bound and burned out and overwhelmed. We just get to a point where we've had enough and we are in desperate need of healing and regeneration and recovery. This card, I feel, is telling you to start setting some boundaries, to really give some consideration to how much you give away. There's just this fine balance between giving without expectation, sharing good fortune. And I believe there is good fortune in this reading. But I do think there's a dire warning here not to go crazy with it, not to give away everything, and certainly not to be just handing everything out to friends and family either. Celebrate the good times with them by all means, but don't do too much. Just be mindful. Be mindful. Be mindful of your time and be mindful of your money. And make sure that whatever you give away doesn't leave you in a bit of a mess. But I do feel like that there's a change in perspective on your business. I think maybe you started it because you just needed to make ends meet, or it was an accidental start, and now you've started to see how you can change things through your business, and now you're starting to think, well, I'm going to start, my business will change in order to match what it is that I feel and what it is I want now. That could be different than, how I started. Maybe you want to be philanthropic, so you're looking at how you can do that in your business. But just be careful. Just be careful you don't start offering thousands of free sessions and just end up used and abused and in a mess on the floor. Alright? So, hope that resonated with you. It will resonate for some, it will not resonate for others. Take what is in this that belongs to you and leave the rest for somebody else. If you did enjoy this reading, please do like, subscribe and share it with anybody that you think might benefit from it. It's totally free for you. It's a privilege for me to read for you, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoy making them for you. I hope you have a great month, Taurus, and with love and magic always, this is Maria Gaian signing out.